Yeah, so Crypto Dream said, wasn't it, he asked, wasn't it Elon that made it possible to put NFTs as profile pics? So yeah, so you could put your NFT. Now, was this under Elon's tenure? I think it was, where, what I guess the bigger picture of that would be crypto is that, think of like the way a blue check works on Twitter or Instagram, the fact that you could validate yourself through, an NFT. So if it's an NFT, say like a crypto punk or a Bored Ape Yacht Club, and that NFT can actually kind of gain notoriety. You can be like, so that specific image can only be, and that's all, that's actually what Tate was making fun of. Oh, I'm gonna go verify it on a blockchain. And it's like, yeah, that's a really, really good way to validate people, go into events, to be able to, scan, check it on the blockchain. All right, this person is who they say they are. So yeah, Crypto Dream. With Walmart, that's interesting. What Irish said too is that, what is the bigger brand at this part? Is Disney a more recognizable brand than Walmart? But yeah, I think Irish is right that, Disney would be the bigger brand, and that Walmart would actually need to, constantly be advertising, which, they advertise on Facebook and Instagram, and you see all the crazy pedo stories coming out with those platforms, but that's okay. That's okay. But Elon Musk tweeted a meme, and we got to pull all advertising. It really doesn't make any sense.
No, like the verification, that question that we got in is really good actually. But in Ireland we never got the feature available. So I never actually got to like test it out. I know on Instagram they pulled the trigger and they didn't want to use it anymore. Because it just wasn't working for them. And a lot of people were shocked why Instagram and NFTs didn't work, but probably just because way too many bots and like way too many negativity on it in comparison to Twitter. Twitter is actually like a lovely place, like in Web3. It's so friendly. And I think for those that aren't in Web3, they don't see Twitter as a friendly platform. It could be the worst platform if you don't have the right connections to begin with. So it's hard to start off. But that's a good point, because yes, I believe it was like around quickly after when he had started, so maybe it was already in the pipeline. We probably won't know that. I'd say it was already in the pipeline, because he does harass a lot of crypto native people, unfortunately.
Yeah. Now that you say that, when you talk about like Twitter, there's these things called, I'm sure all about them, engagement hacks. And, obviously, you take a subject, a touchy subject, and make a Andrew Tate a definitive opinion one way or the other, and definitely a super good engagement hack. So maybe that's what it was. Who knows? Maybe Tate comes out and says he bought a Bored Ape Yacht Club at the bottom, and he, manipulated the market, because yes, essentially it's not illegal. It's not illegal for them to do something like that. But either way, I think that the Tate NFT little video he made is going to age poorly. I think Elon Musk's take on NFTs is going to age very poorly. And if you think about it, for most of these people, just like crypto, just like, most people, most influential people, most, people in finance, people in, influencers have had terrible, terrible takes on crypto and NFTs, and they're just going to age poorly. But hey, nobody's right about everything. But Irish, I think we're going to be right.
Even I will always go back to the first time that we chatted, Kev, because I think that the first like YouTube conversation that we had, thank God it was recorded, because I think we will continuously go back to that, because you always go back to banking, you always go back to traditional financial markets right now and how messed up it is. So I don't think we can do too much worse in crypto. I think like you can only do better really in comparison. So I think I think people are just going to get more and more like confident with putting their money in crypto. I think it will become like eventually people will take that step. I know a lot of banks are going into crypto, but they're already taking way too much time that people will forget about them and just say no to it. Like I know I was recently using like Binance card, and that's actually gone now. It was closed down. And I was very disappointed. You know, when you actually get used to something, you have a crypto card, or you have something like a new technology in your hand, it works for you, and then it gets taken down. And that was definitely like government taking action in there, that with everything that was going on with the founder, and he's gone now. I'd say that was in the pipeline for a long time. And I don't think I will be able to get like a new card off them again, and so on. So it's already like, we are already still like, it's hard to obviously avoid getting controlled again by all of these new platforms. I think a lot of people are trying to avoid like even working with like the states in that way, because straight away like regulatory action gets put in straight away. But like, it happens everywhere. Like it is a good thing, obviously, to have security and have people like manually checking processes and making sure that they're not like money laundering or anything like that. It's really important, but it's going to happen anyway. And I think people don't realize that happens anyway in traditional banks. People that can even work for banks are doing it and putting it under, it's always going to happen. So I don't know why a lot of people presume crypto was only used for wrong reasons. And I really hate that journalists always put it out that way. And I think we can learn a lot from journalists as well, that they're very one-sided. And that's a good thing. It's good to have your say that way. But I think yeah, we need to be more, I suppose, like less open-minded now when it comes to traditional, because we know it doesn't work. We know, we've already accepted that fact, whereas most people, I think, in the world haven't. And that's the divide that's happening now.